Hey guys, it's Isabel. I'm in my car, just got home, and I've been dying to share a testimony with you of how awesome my morning went and the agenda that God had for it. I'm going to try to speed up to the good part. So, here it goes. I woke up this morning. I kept waking up early, and just in the middle of the night. And I was like, probably God's trying to tell me something. So he led me to pray for a family member, and I called them up, and it was awesome. And then I was like, I have so much time. Let me go to the park and do a light jog because I'm trying to be fit. So I was like, awesome, let's do it. It's Sunday morning, so before church, I'll do a run. Let's do it. So I go, and right away, I park my car, and there's this man that comes and sits himself on the sidewalk right out my window. And I was like, that's kind of weird, but I won't be afraid because Jesus is with me, so I'm just gonna roll with it. So I go out and I was like, hey, can I help you with anything? And he was just like, hey, how you doing? And ignores me. So I was like, okay. And I start my jog, but I felt this conviction like, you should love on that person. And I was like, okay, I'll love on him, but like after I finish my run, because that's convenient to me. But Jesus is teaching me to look to the interests of others and not myself. And there are so many opportunities to practice that, let me tell you. So I was like, okay, I will love that man. So I'm running, and then I'm halfway through my run, and I realize he's walking away. He left the curb. So I was like, well, I'm going to make this opportunity happen anyways, because there's never a right timing for it. You have Christ, the hope of glory in you, so whatever timing, you make it happen. So anyways, I go and I run after him, and I was like, hey, what's your name? I'm Isabel. I want to get to know you. And he's ignoring me. He's like, I gotta talk to someone, leave me alone. And he wasn't mean about it, but he was just kept walking and wasn't really talking to me. So I was like, okay, I just want to let you know Jesus loves you. And I left it alone because he's in my neighborhood. I'm gonna see him again, and that means he's gonna run into the love of God again. That's what my hope is. That's what I'm aspiring to. That should be my reality. So I'm gonna work up to that. So I go back to my jog, and I see there's a man that came to the park bench. He's wearing like a suit and tie. I was like, probably he's going to church. Probably he knows that Jesus loves him, but probably I should encourage him some more. So I plan to hit him, and then I keep running, and I see that there's some people, some workers that are picking up trash at the park. I was like, man, that is so awesome. And I really just wanted to stop my run right then and say, thank you so much for doing that. You guys are awesome. But I didn't. And so I was like, okay, I gotta let them know. So I finished my run barely, and I noticed that the guy that was on the park bench is gone. So I was like, where'd he go? And he went to the bus stop. So again, I made an opportunity happen, and I ran to the bus stop, and I was like, hey, I'm Isabel. I just want you to know Jesus loves you. You're so special. And before the foundation of the world, he formed you. He knit you in your mother's womb. He loves you uniquely. And he was just like, yeah, thanks. And he was just really smiley. And he was like, yeah, I know that. Like, I was just reading in Psalms 139. We were talking about that. And I was like, is there anything I can pray you for? So I blessed him, and I move on. And then I turn around, I'm back at the park, and those workers are gone. I was like, no, I really wanted to just talk to them and show them appreciation. And there was like one boss man that was picking up trash. And I was like, hey, where did all those people go? And he was like, oh, they're in the car. So I was like, okay. And I go to that truck, and I knock on that door. And again, this is different for me. This is like extremely going out of my way. Like, the opportunity seems like it's past in the natural, right? But again, you have the hope of glory in you. You are the light, so you make opportunities happen wherever you go. So I knock on the door, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I really appreciate what you're doing. You're awesome. You're working so hard. It's not unnoticed, and da-da-da. And they're like, oh, thanks. We appreciate you saying that. And I was like, yeah, and Jesus loves you, each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see you again. And I leave, and I finished talking to the boss man, and he's picking up trash at the park, and I was like, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, thank you for what you're doing. And he was like, yeah, those are community service workers. They have to do that because they messed up, so now they have to service. And this is the good part. Does that not blow your mind? Like, that blew my mind. that Jesus told me to love those people, and I had no idea who they were, but Jesus knew who they were. Like, that was his divine plan. He didn't tell me to go like preach at those people or anything. He just wanted to show appreciation, encouragement, and love to them. Jesus style love. I just loved it, because I am so oblivious. I have no idea who these people are, but yet I'm his hands and feet, and I'm reaching out, and God's moving through that, and it blessed me so much. And I was just laughing. I was like, God, you're so funny. Like, I had no idea any of this planned for this morning, but yet you do. And I go home, and I'm just so pumped up, and he gives me this vision of this like blanket, this canopy of blessings over this city. And he has like just like a blanket of blessings for this city that he wants to pour out, but he's waiting for us to reach out, be his hands and feet, love on people, so that he can lay those blessings on us, just like everybody. Because Jesus led me, he convicted me to love on each person that I saw during my morning run. And so you have the power and the sphere of influence wherever you are to just love on them. And it was nothing complicated. Like, just open your mouth and love them. God is serious about this. And I go to my church service, and guess what they were talking about? Matthew 5, talking about you are the light of the world. Do not hide that light. Don't put a basket over it, but shine it, so people will glorify your Father in heaven and see your good works, all this stuff. But it was just so awesome. I hope you guys can see this, how special it was to me, how special it is that I'm oblivious. I don't have any super plan, but I go out, I see people, and Christ shows me his heart for them, and I open my mouth and say something like, Jesus loves you, and you're super awesome, you're super special, you're important, whatever. And I notice them, notice people, love them, greet strangers, and then I find out who they are, and it just shows me like Jesus loves everyone, and he wants to touch everyone. And I have no idea who they are, and I can't wait to meet them again and grow a relationship with them. But I hope that just illustrates a little bit. It just blessed me so much to be a part of his morning, and just continue to growing in gifts and cultivating more of a heart for the city that I'm living in. And wherever you are, there's no mistake about where you are, and you have a great influence where you are. You are the light of the world. It doesn't say be the light. It wasn't like a super like tasky thing, a striving thing for me to do. You are the light already, but you need to show that. You need to show that, because if you're not stepping out in faith and loving people, all they're hearing is what the world is teaching them. All they're hearing is what the enemy is throwing at them. All they're hearing is what people are throwing at them, the world, the news, society. Not light, right? Not love. But if you reach out, that demolishes those strongholds, and that shines his light, and that shows them who God really is. So I just wanted to encourage you to step out, and God has so many plans of blessings for your city, where you are, for people around you. So step out and see what happens, and be blessed, because it blessed me so much. So you'll be blessed too, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.